Except for to play a Cheap Girl song.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
No way!
I can't believe that shirt.
I love the Cheap Girls! Let's do it.
Oh, sorry, I've tuned it out. Oh, okay, cool. She knows what she's doing.
You were brilliant.
Pleasure to play.
This song actually has a great story, which is, so I was in, I'm gonna just, it's trapped. I was in Boston like 3 weeks ago.
What's the stand? AP? Feet?
Yeah.
Stand. Sorry. Nice.
I'm deaf.
Yeah.
And I had this crazy day. Right, I was home from tour for like a week, and I've had this this friend who's been sick named Jeremy. He's older. He's like in his, early mid 80s, and I'll try not to make the story too long, but I've been checking in with him when I get home because he's been in and out of hospitals and stuff. And I also found out that my beloved Latin teacher, who sort of raised me, along with my French teacher, they were sort of like my adoptive parents in high school, had cancer. This all kind of happened at the same time. And I got home, went out to visit my French teacher, and was with her by accident when she got the call that they were going to stop my Latin teacher's cancer treatment and just put him into hospice. I just happened to be like having tea with her in her backyard. And I was like, Jesus. And all I was going to do that day was like go have coffee with someone and then go home and like do email. So that happened, and I went on a 2-hour walk with her in the woods. And I got in my car and I called my internet guy, Sean, to ask why my blog hadn't gone up, and he was like, I'm sorry, I've had a really fucked up day. My grandmother died this morning. I was like, oh, okay, all good. Don't put my blog up. And I detoured by Jeremy's house because I was like, I haven't visited him since I got back home. I've been home for 4 days. And he had just died that minute. And I went into his house where his nurse had just found him. And I had never seen a dead body before. Not even like really at a funeral or anything. And there was Jeremy sitting on his couch, like just, but not alive, which was such an interesting experience. And it wasn't bad, but it was totally intense. And plus I had already had this like filled with death day. So they took him away. And I was like, okay, this is not a normal day. I can't just go home and do email. I need to go, I'm just going to go to yoga. Great, there's a class starting in an hour. And I went to a bookstore cafe to get some tea, and just I figured it would be a good time to like write in my journal about mortality. And I'm sitting in this bookstore, and this like 20-year-old girl I've never met with purple hair comes up to me and goes, hey, are you Amanda Palmer? And I go, yeah, I'm Amanda Palmer. She goes, can I play you a song on the ukulele? And I was like, we're in a bookstore, probably not here, but do you want to go outside? And she had just learned how to play the ukulele, and she was just this like weird little pixie of joy. And she played a song, and I played her a song, and then I was like, so who are you? And she's like, I can't tell you. I have to go to Maine. And she had this 1955 little suitcase with her, and she like put her ukulele on her back and trottled up to the train station. And I was like, that was awesome. And the relevance of the story to the cover song that I'm about to play is that I was back in town a month later. So that was like 2 months ago. And then I was back in town, sitting in another cafe in another part of town, and she comes in and goes, hi! And I had taken a picture of her and put it on my blog, too. I called her the Ukulele Angel. And it turns out she's looking for a place to live. And it turns out that in the art commune that I live in, there might be a place to live. And I was like, I barely know you, but I think you're awesome. do you want to come over to my house? And she was like, sure. So she gets in my car and she's got her ukulele, which she had just learned to play the week before she played me the song at the bookstore. And this was the song she played. It's a Cheap Girl song. And it was so good that I was like, fuck, you didn't write that. She was like, yeah, I have Cheap Girls. I was like, this was my introduction to the Cheap Girls. The end. She spent some money on cigarettes and such. I love her and cigarettes so much. I love her and cigarettes so much. My mother, she says I smoke too much. I love her and cigarettes so much. I love her and cigarettes so much. We took the long way so we could have another. We took the long way so we could have another. We took the long way so we could have another, 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 another. She spent her money on things that she regrets. So I love her and cigarettes so much. I love her and cigarettes so much. And we took the long way so we could have another. We took the long way so we could have another. We took the long way so we could have another and another and another and another. She spent her money on cigarettes and such. I love her and cigarettes so much. I love her and cigarettes so much.
Yeah!
Cheap Girls. And you may notice, if you're familiar with the song, that I cut the bridge out. Because she cut the bridge out. And then when I listened to the original, I was like, yeah, it doesn't really need a bridge. Whether she fucked it up or she did it on purpose.